Yeah, what a game, guys. Yeah, kunzima. But to be honest with you guys, I do feel like Pule Mmodi, he's one of those players who my pay contract tag. I feel like maybe we should not give him, anything else because maybe just maybe Skatsak is pretty too. You look at today's game, how we played, against Chippa United. Now Chippa United has no win, only one win actually ever since the start of the season. They've only managed to win once. They've conceded a lot more goals. They even scored less goals. And Tina, with the record here too that we had, going into this game, we've played 4 away games. We've won all 4, and we've managed to score at least goals nje angathi baphezulu nyana kancane. But on today's game of A2, I don't know, maybe the players or the coaches were a bit offside when it comes to thinking in terms of the game. I honestly don't know because you look at how we started up. Okay, first things first, I did not have a problem with how we started. The lineup I can say was good. We had good moments. Velebayi was very effective, proven, and then Umfund obviously playing as a winger. We know what he's doing, playing on that right wing side in this bisikhuluma ngayo ukuthi definitely he does need to get a chance and try to play on that attacking midfield side so that we can see something different from him umfana. But you can see so far hey, Umchita is just predictable. I think it's the same thing that I'm going to say with Pule Mmodi and Modi, and it is a bit worse because now he's an older player. Iskatsake, So for me, I wouldn't blame Kaizer Chiefs when come end of the season and they show him the door because he's not giving us much. He's not showing. He's not fighting that much. I thought with the introduction of Velebayi, we will get to see a different Pule Mmodi, the one that we all know and love. But unfortunately, yeah, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced, guys. I do not want to sound negative, but I did say, back then, many days ago, would say I see Velebayi coming in to replace Pule Mmodi, and someone said replace Pule Mmodi. That will never happen. And with what I'm seeing currently, I wouldn't be surprised or shocked to see Pule Mmodi leaving us, and then maybe Kaizer Chiefs still try to sign another player. Now we did hear talks of Upuse Litejane, being a player that who might possibly come back to Kaizer Chiefs. So yeah, it wouldn't be unfair. I think it wouldn't make sense, even though Naye, he is another player who I believe he plays mostly on the right wing side, but he performs also on the left wing. So yeah, it's a bit of tight situation there. And then also we look at the middle of the park. I think Lewang Maboy, for me, I had a good game. Obviously today I've managed to see him in full action, not but I think I was impressed with what he did. The only problem that we had was the fact that when Cheaper, especially second half, Cheaper started to gain momentum, they started to get more confident, and that's where we started to lose a lot of balls in the middle of the park. And without the protection of Ox Buffet too, clearly it showed how weak our team is when we do not have Umte or Ox the ball to make sure what he does help us in the middle of the park. But other than that, we managed to keep a lot of the ball, and with our attack today, we were quick and precise. This is something that I've been hoping for the longest time. Obviously, with also our counter attacks now, we try to use them as quickly, as effectively, even though we used only 2 of them. Some of them also we delayed, the counter attacks because that is what we always do. I don't know why. Maybe it's the instructions from the coaches would know whenever we have counter attacks, we should delay until we have more numbers up front. But sometimes you just need to take a risk and go. I think that's how so far most of the other teams are winning. Look at your teams like Orlando Pirates, you look at Mamelodi Sundowns. Even though today they played a draw, it is something that they use in combination of how they play in order to make sure today win. So also us, if we can continue this way, guys, chances are we definitely going to have more success than less success rate. That is what I'm seeing with this team that played today. And also you look at the subs, well, I don't know, guys. I that's why I feel like the coaches lost me there a little bit. We substituted Velebayi, which was doing exceptionally well, and then we brought in Pule Mmodi, and I think it was Mmodi and Mayo, if I'm not mistaken. And then we had to take out Velebayi and also Umshini Ngobo. Oh, I think it was Umduduzi and Kaizer Mayo, and then we had to take out. God, what happened? What happened actually, guys? What happened with the substitutions? Okay, fine. Anyways, it's fine. Even though we did take out Velebayi, which was proving more influential. Guys, I'm still saying if we can have Velebayi and Mayo and Vilagazi playing Vilagazi on the right, Velebayi on the left, because Velebayi is a brilliant player by too. I'm happy with his contribution to the team. He's exceptional. He's not predictable. He can take on defenders. He's just marvelous to watch. And also with Kaizer Mayo playing on that right wing side, hey, he's showing Umfundo Vilakazi which this is how you play a wing when you're playing a right wing. So Umfundo Vilakazi is good, but obviously when it comes to taking on players, he just freezes, and then it becomes a bit confusing for him. So that is something that he needs to work on. Or sim chief that are, and then we take a risk. We play him on the attacking midfield because he does have beautiful passes, guys. He does have great passes. So maybe that is something that he needs to have that free roll. Go left or right wing. That is something that is going to help the team, in terms of progressing. So yeah, namanje, I still do agree with Dr. Kumalo on what he said about Umfundo Vilakazi. We do need to try and do what Doctor said, because if we are not going to take that risk, we are not going to fully know if Umfana is capable or not until Simnieza a chance. Now, Mduduzi Shabalala, obviously, coming in as a sub, we know he tends to not be that very much effective, but he tried his best. And then also, Inaso, Omigale today, I think he had a good game. I'm not going to fault him that much. Obviously, we all have our moments, Buffett. We all have our moments. There were a few mistakes at the back that could have landed us in trouble, but we managed to swoop them very quickly and easily and effectively as we can. Now, Josh Matlow, I think he played the full 90 minutes. We are born Utinom Chita is a bit rusty. He needs to get, some bit of more game time. And Mr. Long and Short, I love that guy, but definitely he needs more time in order to be able to adjust. Now, we decided to bring Undlovu a bit late. I think if we introduced him a bit earlier, maybe things would have been different. But without Ox, guys, we are not 100. We are not solid when it comes to defense. But Lebogang Maboye, big ups to him. Great performances. And then also Pasaka Marco. I think I will give him his experience is surely paying off. The player who was lacking for me today was Umchita Tabiso Monyane. He was lacking a little bit, but I understand he's coming back from an injury and also match level fitnesses. So they say they decided to rest Usolomon's the engine because he's coming from that CAF Confederation Cup game. So now, we will see how we're going to play on the next game, the final game of the year. Today was a chance for us to get maximum points, but 1 point is better than 0 points for me, actually. So Sundowns also drew. That is good for us. Skukun, I'm not too sure, but last when I checked, they were winning. So yeah, guys, we will see. But we need Ox. we need Ox bafethu. Ox uyadingeka, and phambili we need to organize how we counter attack, because Flavio da Silva had good supply, not 100%, because there was one side that was missing, especially Legamfundo Vilakazi. But if we had Mayo playing with Silva and Velebayi, maybe there would have been more crosses coming in for him. But we had a lot of great chances that we could have used to capitalize on the game. Unfortunately, it was not meant to be. Buffett, I feel like bad for today's game. But anyways, I don't know, let me know what you think. How did you see the game on today's game? And also give ratings to the players and tell me all about it. Well, I believe this is it. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like the video and also subscribe if this is your first time seeing football trends with QB. Peace.